There come the open rates. The market opening this Tuesday morning, 11,250 on your screens. Seems like we're just about having a bit of a quiet start. There's not much action, at least when it comes to the Nifty number. But that's okay. You know, we are still holding on to key headline numbers or levels rather, like 11,250 thereabouts, or 270 actually on your screens. The breadth as well starts off positive, so no concerns there as well. I just want to quickly see the big buzzers from yesterday, whether you're seeing a continuation of traction on a Hero MotoCorp, on a Bajaj Auto, on a Zee, on an NTPC, on an ICICI Motors. These stocks will just come up for you on your screens next. You've got Kotak as well as Bharti AGMs slated for today, so look out for those names. ICICI Bank, as I see, has been holding up quite nicely. About a 1% uptick is what you're seeing. Motherson Sumi, though, is taking a bit of a rest. Hero MotoCorp starts off mildly positive, about 0.5% higher. And then, of course, the momentum names, the likes of an NTPC, Zee, etc. should come up for you on your screens next. Petronet LNG, that's your big star today, 4.5% higher. Bandhan Bank is holding up 2%. Tata Motors, Ujjivan and NTPC pushes a little bit higher. On the flip side, Jindal Steel, Sun TV, HDFC Bank, Tata Steel and Zee, these are your laggards. It's a pretty quiet start, Nikunj. You can't really drop a trend as of now.
Yeah, nothing convincing, Aisha, with the exception of NTPC. Like you mentioned, it's trending up on strong volumes. We understand that a power policy is around the corner, so maybe that is something which could be really helping the sentiment. It's not a great start, but it's not a bad start. I would like to remain optimistic, purely looking at what is happening to the world and which way things are moving in terms of earnings recovery. Surely, this market has got somewhere surprised with the earnings and with the demand sound bites which we're getting from some of the management. So I would like to, point that part out as an heartening feature and as something which is worth mentioning. I have to go back to Zee because numbers today, Sun TV commentary did the trick for Zee, but now it has to move independently of what's going on. But banks, again, they continue to remain under pressure. It's a big pain point for a lot of institutional investors who currently are aggressively overweight financials, which is underperforming, and most of the institutional investors are struggling to cope up with outperformance and reliance simply because of the SEBI factor, where more than 10% allocation cannot go in an individual stock, and Reliance now has nearly 14.5 to 15% weightage. So it's quite a dilemma for a lot of mutual funds now. How can they really check on the underperformance which is there in banks and align with the outperformance which currently Reliance has? Kunal, a very quick word on the way markets have opened.
Absolutely flat, nothing much as a surprise. I think the stocks to watch out for are the ones like Hero MotoCorp, maybe Maruti also to a larger extent, because that's where the focus was for these names, and Escorts also I would add to that list. So very, very stock specific, and yet again I think the Bank Nifty is opened on a negative note, so nothing much as a surprise. A couple of stocks which I said you should be on traders radar from an intraday trading basis.